Sand dunes advancing and enveloping large expanses of land on the northern fringes of Yobe State. Communities in Yusufari and Karasua areas of the state have been forced to abandon their ancestral homes as a result of this rapidly expanding environmental scourge. A flourishing savanna full of human activity some 50 years ago, now a shadow of its former self, barren and deserted. Villages and access roads buried under huge rolling sand dunes. Rivers and lakes have silted and are drying up, a fallout of desertification and a disturbing picture of the ecological disaster in Nigeria. Yobe, along with 10 other states in the Sahelian zone of the country, share this common problem of desertification and other forms of environmental degradation. They are described as the frontline states most affected by desertification. Put together, they account for about 43% of the total land area of Nigeria and have a population of nearly 40 million. The communities here are at risk. Lack of water is a major problem threatening their survival. There are growing fears that with the fluctuation in the pattern of rainfall, along with overgrazing, the remaining arable land in the region could be lost to desertification in less than 10 years. The Great Green Wall Initiative is a Pan-African agenda that seeks to address these challenges in a holistic manner. The key objective is to halt the desert and rehabilitate degraded drylands across the east-west axis of the continent. Nigeria is among 11 nations participating in the Great Green Wall Initiative, being a signatory to the convention. The Nigerian vision for the program is anchored on the integrated regional approach to strengthen existing national agenda to combat desertification and other forms of environmental degradation. The goal is to harness and deploy human and material resources to improve the integrity of the environment as well as the living standards of affected communities through a multi-sectoral approach. The key to the attainment of these objectives include the establishment of a wall of trees stretching from Kebbi to Borno, a distance of 1,500 kilometers in length and 15 kilometers wide. It will also cover the hinterland states of Adamawa, Bauchi, and Gombe. The objectives will also include a sensitization and awareness campaign, promotion of dryland agricultural technology, promotion of water availability and other social infrastructure, provision of alternative sources of energy, development of grazing reserves, and creation of an enabling environment for the development of agro-based industries. The implementation of the program got underway in 2013 with achievements recorded in a number of areas. They include identification of 92 communities in 46 local government areas in the 11 frontline states for the implementation of the program. The flag-off of the tree planting campaign. Sensitization and awareness creation. Planting of about 3 million seedlings for shelter belts, woodlots, and orchards. Construction of 92 solar-powered boreholes. Development of community nurseries. And the training of 129 youths as forest guards. Steady progress is also being made to build on the achievements recorded in 2013. The activities being undertaken include the provision of support to communities to raise the requirement for seedlings in 2014 by 40%. This means that about 6 million seedlings will be available for planting this year. Another 8 million seedlings will be procured from the private sector to boost supply within the period. The work plan also includes the establishment of 800 hectares of grazing resource farms in Sokoto, Kebbi, Kano, and Jigawa states. Community participation in the Great Green Wall Initiative is to be further enhanced with the identification of 46 additional communities to beef up the 92 already engaged in the program. In all of these, the expectation is that about 5,000 jobs would be created, in addition to boosting economic activities, especially in areas that are most affected by the devastating effects of desertification. The people in these communities know too well what the benefits are to key into the program. The transformation agenda of President Goodluck Jonathan is providing the impetus for the successful implementation of the policy frameworks on desertification in Nigeria. The importance attached to the program by the present administration is such that the National Council on Shelter Belts and Afforestation is chaired by Vice President Namadi Sambo. He has consistently maintained that the Great Green Wall is not planting trees to stop deforestation and desertification. It has to do with the whole ecosystem in which water, plants, animals, and others would be given attention. In furtherance of this drive, a strategic and robust communication plan has been put in place by the Great Green Wall program. It is a three-phased plan. First, the call to action, which focuses on advocacy and mobilization. Then, the strategic response to build on the outcomes of the ongoing perception audit of the communities. The third phase relates to taking ownership of the program by communities and stakeholders. This is imperative in order to address apprehensions and mindsets to pave way for the inculcation of new ways.
Less than 60 years ago, this land was lush savanna, but here, as in much of the Sahel region of Nigeria, vegetation has been disappearing, climate change leading to prolonged periods of droughts, land degradation caused by overfarming, overgrazing as well as deforestation have turned this once fertile land into desert, affecting livelihood of over 40 million people. Now, through the Great Green Wall program, the Federal Ministry of Environment is planting a wall of trees across the Sahel to reverse that process of desertification and change attitudes and lives in the region. Get involved. Support the Great Green Wall Nigeria program. Great Green Wall Nigeria. Healthy environment. Happy lives.
Presently, the Great Green Wall activities in Nigeria are being undertaken by the Department of Drought and Desertification Amelioration in the Federal Ministry of Environment. The coming on stream of a Great Green Wall agency in Nigeria will ensure adequate funding and enhance collaboration with development partners in the drive to stem the tide of desertification.